Oh, man, Jack, it's been a while since it's been just you and me.
It has.
It has. But, since it's just you and I tonight, I thought we should kick it old school and do a classic Ramblecast.
That works for me. So it's a PG Ramblecast, right?
PG Ramblecast, no cursing.
No cursing.
Or at least PG-13. So I guess you could have some curses. But
why? Because you can't go a whole podcast without cussing.
No, I'm just saying, it gives you the flexibility just in case. But
gives you the flexibility just in case.
If
I can do it.
If this is a classic show, that means we got to do some of our classic songs. So, Jack, what do you say we do our proper Ramblecast intro?
Do it.
From Raleigh, North Carolina, it's Jay and Jack's Ramblecast, a podcast about movies, television, games, music, sports, and anything else we want to talk about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ramblecast. It's your good friends, Jay and Jack. We're back ready to attack the microphone. Yeah, it's Jay and Jack's Ramblecast.
Yeah. Cha-cha-cha.
Oh my god. Yeah, digging some of these audio artifacts out for tonight was fun. I didn't realize I had a lot of these things still.
You were so busy doing that you didn't send me the link.
I thought I did, but I realized I only sent you like the YouTube link. I think didn't send you
the link. It's normal because anytime you were in charge of Survivor, I'd always link.
Exactly.
I'll say this when Colleen was in charge, I would get the link.
Well, exactly. There's some things that she does better than me and some things she doesn't. Ro is in the house. We've also got Chris here as well. Oh, the good kind of flashbacks. Indeed. Indeed. We're bringing all the hits tonight. We've got not just the original Ramblecast theme back, the original Ramblecast cast back. We've also got Movie Pics.
Movie Pics. I didn't know all this.
This is I want to keep you on your toes, Jack. So Jack and I will pick movies that we think you should watch. And then we're also gonna have a versus.
Okay, I knew that.
And Jack, the versus tonight. I try to, as I was pondering, I was like, what could be a good versus that was of the level of ketchup versus mustard? And I almost debated just saying, can we do a ketchup versus mustard redo? But no, you
wouldn't want to lose twice. I might get stuck with mustard.
Well, it's a coin flip.
Actually, I know. I would probably get stuck with mustard. How do I defend mustard?
It's very easy. You could just trade with me, I guess, in that scenario.
No trades.
Anyway, we're not going to do ketchup versus mustard. Tonight, we're going to do a versus of French fries versus chips. And these are
you should say potato chips, because once you say chips, everyone in England's not going, exactly. That's the same thing. But so you're throwing them off.
I did want to give chips the ability to utilize tortilla chips or any type of chip, because I felt like that is part of the chip lexicon. So These are American terms for the versus.
Okay.
French fries versus chips. And Jack, I do not know what side we're going to take on that debate.
I don't know, because you sent it to me and I'm like going, well, that's a tough one. Which one would I go with? Because
exactly,
I like them both. They're both delicious.
Yeah. And the thing is, one of you, sweet potato fries, that counts as fries.
No, Ro, no.
You're trying to court votes.
Those are the worst. I will not defend sweet potato fries.
You don't know if it's gonna that could be a vote. Anywho, because
grossest things ever.
Unlike other verses in the past, where like the very first verses, you'd send in an email like what your vote was, and then we'd tally it up, and then later on we would make it a part of Facebook polling. But tonight, YouTube Live has polling in the chat, so the vote will happen.
So right now it's up to Chris and Ro.
There's 9 people watching.
Oh, there's 9 people. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
But the vote will happen in the chat live. And Kayla's here too. So yeah, if you're in, just say hello in the chat.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
In the chat, we'll vote on which thing you'll want to go for. So French fries versus Janie's here as well. Good to see you.
I haven't seen her in forever.
But so the vote will happen live during this show. First time ever. We will have a versus happen in real time. So don't lose a potential vote, Jack. So if you get fries, you're gonna want to court the sweet potato fry.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we used to do that Hello Fresh thing. Yes. We actually canceled it because every time we got sweet potato fries, it's like, all right, I can't do this.
Really healthy for you. That's why.
God, they're gross.
That's why it's a good healthy fat. Okay.
Hello, crap.
And then Jack, it was on the first ever Ramblecast 16 years ago, and it will be included tonight. The 5 questions for Jack.
I forget about the 5.
The 5 is how we will close things out. So
was it 16 years ago?
It was 2006, the summer of 2006. The Ramblecast.
And should we tell people who may not know why it's called the Ramblecast?
Yes. So originally, our first ever podcast that we did, famously the Lost podcast, and during the first break, so we started season 2, and there was it like maybe 4 or 5 or 6 episodes before the holiday break from ABC. And that it was essentially 6 weeks without Lost. And
I was lost without it.
Well, we kind of found ourselves in a way. Like I think we really honed our witty repartee.
We cut loose, is what you're saying.
Yes. But then the Lost came back, and then the Lost podcast was this over-bloated mess.
We may have rambled too much.
Yeah, I think, God, do you remember that? The first Lost, when the first new Lost, that episode was, and back then GarageBand could only max out at like 2 hours, and we maxed out the 2 hours, and we were both miserable. I think you were all ticked. It was just a mess. And
well, it was our worst episode, yes.
Worst episode we ever did. And yes, there we go. Sherry is here for the vote. Let the debate begin. So that was that. And so we split the Lost podcast into 2 episodes a week at that point, right?
Right.
And then the second episode, that's where the 5 was introduced. It was one of the segments that were in there. And the thing is, when we had 2 episodes, we just generally have a tendency to kind of get off tangent or talk about something.
And that's what people would complain about. They said you ramble too much.
Exactly. They would complain that it's like, we want to talk about Lost. We want to hear about XYZ thing that you want.
They wanted me to they just wanted us to get to the crackpot theory. That's what it was.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, Jack, in your old age.
I'm almost 60.
I know, so I'm saying you were only 40 something back then.
Yeah. I was young, just a kid.
So I believe
had my whole life ahead of me.
That summer, maybe it was like spring, whatever it was. Lost was going to be off for a while, and then it was like, okay, well, we should do a show that's not Lost, and it could just be anything else that isn't Lost.
Right.
So that way, we'd have the ability to talk about things not Lost, and that the Lost show be the Lost show, and so that way we had the outlet to talk about another TV show we liked, or a movie that we saw, or
a movie.
I put sports in there, video games. Like it could be anything else that wasn't Lost would be the Ramblecast, and thus the Ramblecast was born, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was the second ever show that the Jay and Jackaverse created. The third would be the Married Man Show. And Ro was kind of confused because she was like, well, is Dale going to be there? I was like, well, Dale wasn't on the Ramblecast.
No.
But that, I guess, is the original trifecta.
I guess one day maybe we can bring back the Married Man Show, but we'd have to fit it into Dale's schedule.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the tough thing right there. Yeah.
He's usually asleep by 6 p.m.
The thing is, Jack, like legacy sequels are so big right now. And I was like, Well, okay, we're bringing back the original Jay and Jack lineup, but if we're not quite at Legacy sequel yet, this is kind of like the reunion episode or whatever. But what would be our Legacy sequel? Would that be some of the grandkids coming in and then us being really old and then handing off the reins to them?
I think so. They're all gabbers. So.
Well, I say that because, and maybe this will be a movie pick, but I think the best Legacy sequel out of all of them arrived for this summer season, and that is Top Gun. Holy crap, what a great film. So
yes,
good.
Outstanding. But Elvis is good too.
But that's not a Legacy sequel, I'm saying. But the movie picks you can pick.
Well, Elvis is a legacy, right?
No, but do you know what a Legacy sequel is?
Yeah, where they have a sequel.
No, it's where it's an old IP that maybe hasn't been around a while, and then you bring back the original cast, but they're all old now, and then so you kind of have to hand off the reins to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like Tom Cruise is handing off to. Okay, because Elvis can't hand off to Elvis can't hand off to anybody.
Well, yes. Star Wars, the sequel series, you had the old people, they died or handed it off to the young people.
Right.
Ghostbusters, you had the old crew handing off to the kids. And so Legacy, that's what a Legacy sequel is.
Okay, got it.
Jason Clark here. Sup, Jay? Good to see you, Jason. Top Gun was amazing. Well, JP's in the house. So we got I guess maybe Jamie Joe. Yeah, Jamie Joe could be the next generation. But yeah, Top Gun. Holy crap! What a film! I just saw it for the second time this past week and just solidified how awesome I think that movie is.
It was amazing from start to finish.
And it's just the action. It's this thing. Go ahead.
It wasn't CGI action.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there was CGI, but
what I'm saying is, it wasn't like a superhero movie where it's all CGI. A lot of it was real, and you're like going, "Oh my god,
yeah!
How do they fly like that in such precision?" You have to respect the pilots that can do
absolutely.
that. It's because they're going balls out.
Yeah,
and. I mean, I'm driving 60 miles an hour. Someone cuts me up. We're in danger of a bad accident.
Top Gun. JP says Top Gun made me set up my Nintendo and try to land. Still can't. Okay, Jack, you are famous for saying you can predict anything. Sherry says she loved Top Gun. Wasn't predictable. Do you agree with that assessment?
That it wasn't predictable?
Predictable.
I do agree that it wasn't predictable because it led you to believe certain characters didn't get along because of something that happened in the past. And you're thinking, okay, that's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
No, it's not. When you think the movie's over,
it's not.
It's not. So and it goes like another 20, 25 minutes. So
yes.
So no, it's not. I agree with Sherry. It is not predictable.
Yeah. And so it felt fresh. The action was incredible. To your point, like you see the G's on their face,
right?
You know? Like Tom Cruise, who's famous for keeping his look always amazing, and he does his own stunts famously. But he was fine with his face looking like it was like being smushed into the helmet. It wasn't a good look.
No.
Did
you hear him tell the story from the first one?
No.
He was flying with a pilot was called Bozo or something like that. Was he was training him and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And he drops something, and then the guy goes into a high climb or something like that. So he's stuck down below, and he can't pull himself back up because of the G's. He's like going, and he goes, "I'm in pain because I can't I can't pull." It's a really great story. If you haven't, because the guy's, I'm pretty sure the guy's call sign was Bozo, or it was some name that like going, "Yeah, you shouldn't fly with that guy."
That's amazing.
And there's a reason why these guys get the names they do.
Yes, no, absolutely, and that's why I love. There was one whose call sign was Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
It was Bill Pullman's kid, which was really cool. but it was just so good, so good. So
this
maybe
is and when he says in Top Gun, I didn't see this coming either. This is our Independence Day. I didn't see that coming. That was just out of the. Sorry, spoiler alert. When he says that, I'm just like, that's crazy.
Rest in peace, Bill Pullman. That's
Did Bill Pullman die?
It wasn't. No, you're right. Pullman's alive. The other one is dead. From Twister. Paxton. Yeah. Bill Paxton.
Man, you're killing a Pull. Man, you always do that.
Be honest. Pullman Paxton, Bill Pullman, Bill Paxton. I always get confused on which one's still alive. I love them both. And so I'm not meaning any offense to the Paxton family.
No, I never get that confused.
Are you sure?
No, seriously, I never get that confused because I love Bill Paxton. So it was like,
yeah, okay.
It's like, no, not Bill Paxton. No.
Exactly. Game over, man. Game over. Kayla Silva, fun fact, the William H. Stanley patch on his leather jacket is guided missile cruiser, named after my great-great-grandpa, Admiral of the Navy and ambassador to the Soviet Union in the 30s and 40s. Well, that's very awesome, Kayla.
So he was a communist?
No, an ambassador to. Remember, they were our allies in the 30s and 40s.
I'm just joking.
Well,
they never really should have been our allies.
We needed them. We wouldn't have won.
I know we needed them, but they were, Stalin was not the best of people.
It was like it's the devil you know, enemy my enemy.
Hitler's bad. We got to get rid of Hitler. Oh, now we got Stalin. So
JP, was his call sign Bozo or Eric the Clown?
It might have been Eric the Clown.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Kayla only found this out last week, actually.
Really? You need to go to more family dinners, Kayla.
I guess so.
I'm sure it's been talked about once or twice. Put down the phone.
Don't listen do that.
No. Put down the phone and listen to when your parents are talking.
Sure, she does. I'm sure she does. Okay, let's talk about I don't know anything else going on in your world right now. We got Comic-Con next week.
Yes, can't wait.
We haven't been in like
3. I have not been to San Diego in 3 years.
That's crazy to me, because when you said that, I was like, man, you haven't seen anybody in that long.
And I don't miss them. So it's like, okay, yeah. No, I'm kidding. But you talk to them all the time and you can FaceTime, all that stuff.
That's true.
It's not the same, but it's not like it's not like World War II, you go off to war, you didn't see your family for 3 or 4 years. I mean,
true.
It's not like that. I can't say, oh, it's terrible. And you have social networking, and your mom didn't know till last week. Why was this? Okay, now I need to find out, why is this a secret?
I just see if it was
no. Russian ambassador. Was he trading secrets?
Don't do that. See,
why was this a secret? Come on. Look, I think the rest of the chat's with me.
No, they aren't. No one's.
Yeah. Why is this a secret? Comrade, come over for dinner.
But I'm excited. There's this. Hopefully the weather is good. But what I love about it being in July is weather is it's really hot here in North Carolina in July and August.
Oh yeah,
so it's always a nice escape. It's a nice respite from there.
I don't call it a respite because literally I'm going from the time I wake up. And, we got to go see this person. We got to see this person. Oh, we got to see this person. We got to see this person. It's like the traveling all over the place. I'm worn out.
It's a slim chance in hell, Jack. But there's a chance, and I'll play it right here.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance, very slim though, that I could potentially get some tickets to the All-Star game on Tuesday.
Really?
When do you get on Tuesday?
I leave Tuesday.
No, you get into San Diego.
Oh, I don't get until 11:30 at night.
Oh, dang it. Okay, well,
yeah.
Scratch that idea then.
Have fun.
I think that's 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, it's 11 o'clock. Because your mom rented a car.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, God, you were so nice about it. I said, well, you did all the work. I can't get mad at you for screwing it up.
Yeah.
But she rented from this place. She goes, have you heard of this car rental place? I go,
okay, what's the name?
It's like Bob's. I have no. It's got some generic name. It's like, but she paid for it already.
All right, text her right now. We need to find this out. This rental car company that you are going with. We will Google it to try and check its legitimacy.
Well, the worst part of it.
Did you say Bob's Rent-A-Car?
I've been calling it Bob.
There's Scooter Bob's car rental. You can visit the Turks and Caicos. Yeah, Scooter Bob's.
Scooter Bob. This guy used to coach hockey. He came from the other rink folded for a while, so he came over, and his name was he went by the call sign Hockey Bob. I'm Hockey Bob. I'm kind of a legend, is what he would tell us. I go, oh, okay. He goes, I'm sure you've heard of me. I go, no, I've never heard of you. But he was so obnoxious, and he just had such a high opinion of himself. Then you'd watch him skate, and you go, okay, maybe he's a good coach because he can't skate. And then he just Hockey Bob was. I think Hockey Bob took a couple pucks to the head. Yeah,
like I feel like if you have to say you're a legend, you're not a legend.
Yeah. He was very high on himself.
Apparently. But are you excited our panels on Thursday this year? Usually it's been Sunday. I kind of like that it's on Thursday.
You want me to go ask your mom?
No, you don't have to go ask her. It's fine.
Okay.
If she doesn't answer, that's fine. But Colleen's popping in and say hello from the Chicks concert, Dixie Chicks. She's really upset she can't be here live because she wants to be a part of the vote. So, and you can remember, for anybody that's watching this live right now, we're going to do a vote in versus French fries.
Versus.
But so Colleen is singing along to the Chicks tonight. I don't really know the songs of formerly the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks. Hopefully she's having fun.
I don't know. When she said the Chicks concert, I thought they were doing a podcast.
No, they're the Chicks. I've never been in. I'm not a big country fan.
But anyway, the car rental place is only open from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I said,
wait, but you get in at 11 at night?
We get in 11 at night. They have no shuttle service. It's like because if you go to San Diego, they have all the main car rental places are in the same spot. So it's kind of shut. So I'm like going, well, how do we get to our car? I go, so we had already told Jerry, your uncle, my brother-in-law, we don't need a ride. We've rented a car. Oh, why would you rent a car? I could come pick you up.
Yeah.
So anyway, now, and there's only a 24-hour hold. I said, well, what happens if we because we're leaving it, there's thunderstorms this time of year. What happens if there's a delay?
Yeah.
And we don't make it. Are we out that money? She goes, yes, because we have to pick it up by 11 o'clock the next day. I go, can someone else pick it up for us? No, that can't happen. It has to be me. I go, so this place is I looked up, it's 2.5 miles away from the main place. I said, well, maybe it's close by. We'll just take a shuttle to no, you can't do that. Then you have to drop it off the next thing. And I go, well, how are we getting to the airport after we drop off the car? So it's like, it was like, okay, now I see why the car was so cheap.
Yeah.
Because it's probably just a mom and pop type.
Exactly.
I go, what car rental place is only open until 5?
Yeah.
The week of Comic-Con.
It's not gonna go well.
So it's like I see us getting screwed and not getting in the car.
Well, we get adventure, make for good content at some point.
And I go, well, I'm not walking down that street at 11:30 at night going looking for my car because it's I don't want to say it's not safe, but it's not safe.
BTG, who is a friend from my Geek Dead Life channel, there's another YouTube channel, YHS, that streams Tuesday nights, and they're saying they're mad that GTL is cheating on them. Well, it's a completely different viewership, but Kayla, she watches those shows, so Kayla, can you go defend my honor over there? That would be helpful. Thank you. Okay. But anywho, what any other things before we go into movie? We're at 24 minutes. Any other things you want? But actually, I did want to ask Jack real quick before you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What the hell is behind you?
It's some of Matt's artwork. I think.
Is it like a batteries?
I don't know. I tried to put something up. I didn't have the link, so I didn't have time to download something. So I just said, I'll take this buffalo thing. It looks like there's bottles. I think they're bottles of something.
Well, it looks like
maybe beer bottles.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's got a bison up there. Buffalo bison.
Your green screen is so good. I thought you literally had that behind you.
Yeah. Well, what I did is I got it permanently now. I put it over the window, and I got it so tight. It's so tight. And I got the lights facing me.
Yeah.
It's up here. I don't have to keep. Remember, I was trying to figure out how do I get this thing off and on.
Yeah.
Just a pain in the neck. I said, you know what? I'll just leave it up.
It looks great. You could do a Marvel movie with that background.
I could.
I mean, honestly, if I have one critique for Crackpot Sports, one of your YouTube channels, is you don't talk. You talk, but you don't show your face. It's always like the picture, and you have this green screen. You should use it more.
Well, I'm going to start, but those videos don't seem to do as well for some reason. Well, because people want to see the highlights.
Yeah,
so it's just like, it's like, okay, but I did one on Steve Garvey.
Okay.
That should he be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah,
he's kind of like that He's like that Fred McGriff kind of borderline guy, don't you think?
Fred McGriff should be in the Hall of Fame. You
think McGriff should be in?
Oh yeah,
but he could get in on that I don't know, legacy thing or whatever, right?
Yes. Yeah, but you look at Garvey's stats, you compare him to Tony Perez, who's in the Hall of Fame, and they're pretty similar.
But again, did Garvey court the writers that maybe Perez just engaged writers?
Garvey's biggest problem is people didn't like him. They thought he was a goody two-shoes. Now, if it would have came out that he fathered like 75 kids while he was playing, then he'd be a hero.
But he kind of does have that D-bag face. He has just that persona about him was like, I want to punch him.
Well, people were always jealous of him because he was Steve Garvey.
Yeah.
All-American. He was married to Cindy Garvey, who was, attractive. They always called him Ken and Barbie.
Yeah.
So people were, and plus he didn't do he wasn't especially in the 70s, what ball players were out boozing, carousing. But maybe he was carousing. We just didn't know it.
Sure.
But he just didn't, he got in a fight with Don Sutton once in the Dodger locker room,
which happened.
So I think that held him back. But you look at his stats, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, the only reason the Padres made the World Series in '84 was for Steve Garvey. No, if he doesn't hit that home run,
I get that he's the reason. I'm just saying that I don't necessarily that means you get in the Hall of Fame. All right, you did have a story you wanted to say before we got to movie picks. What was that story?
I thought I was just wanted to talk about a TV show.
Oh, well, why don't you put it in movie? Or what's the TV show you're talking about?
It's For All Mankind.
Yeah, you're in one of our group chats. You said you were spoiled on All Mankind.
Because I looked up. I wondered this one actor was, but I go, what show was she in? So I looked it up. I go, wait, those other two actors. How come they only have 20 episodes? The others have 30. Oh, come on, man. So that something must happen to him in season. Because I'm not done with season 2 yet.
Sure.
So something must happen to him in season 2. But I started watching it when it first came out. Then I stopped, went back and forth, and just one of those things where you just and Nick was like going, you got to watch For All Mankind. You got to watch For All Mankind.
Yes, I've heard good things about it. I'm not as aside from Ted Lasso and a couple of other shows, I don't really go to Apple TV Plus all that much.
Well, I've been trying to get your mom to watch it.
Okay.
And she finally told me, leave me the F alone because you're bugging me. You know what happens? I go, what happened with Downton Abbey? What happened with Downton Abbey? I said, I'm telling, because she thinks this is a space show. I go, okay, the background is space, but it's about the human lives. It's not, the only thing you have to do is you have to give up the fact that you have to forget that what really happened is not what happens in For All Mankind.
Yes,
because they tell their own story. So
is it kind of like an alternate universe? This is what has happened.
Exactly.
Okay.
That you have to go, oh wait, okay, that happened. That didn't happen. That kind of happened, but this didn't happen. So
Yeah.
But it's so well done. It's so good. I've been binging on it. I'm on the 7th episode of season 2. And it's just really, really good. I mean, she liked For the Right Stuff that was on that channel. But anyway, she won't watch it. And I said, how about you just watch the first episode tonight? She goes, okay. Yeah. I come back. I was doing something and she's watching Anne with an E. I go, you've already seen this show. She goes, I know. Okay, I want to watch it again.
This is a question I have. Is that have you used the she is around, maybe reading a book, and you put it on, and maybe it captures her imagination? Have you played that move?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
I think that you got to try that trick. Sherry says you guys keep saying how good it is. I have tried 3 times.
Oh, lady.
And I get bored by episode 3 every single time.
Why do you keep watching the same episodes over and over again? This
is my question, Jack. I'd argue Lost hooked you in the first minute of the show, right? But for most, is the walkabout episode, right? And that's what we usually qualify as the episode where you're like, holy crap, I'm all in, let's go. Right? And so I think Walkabout was that for Lost. What is the Walkabout episode for All Mankind? So if somebody's like, I still can't get through it, like, you need to at least watch it till this point and you will be hooked.
Sherry says that The Wire took her 5 episodes. Took me 4 episodes with The Wire. I actually gave up on it and came back because Damon Lindelof said how good it was. I think for me, the first episode I'm watching, okay, it was the twist at the end of the first episode. I went,
okay.
Because you're making it seem like, okay, let's see Neil Armstrong walk on the moon, all this different stuff. Okay, this is because they're basically playing it out like that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
And then when you go,
there's a twist.
You go, what? Wait, what's this show about? So it's again, I like the space because I would travel to space. I know you wouldn't, but I would travel to space. It's just again probably. Like I said, watching it, I go, okay, I like this. I like probably maybe the 6th or 7th. When I've watched the 6th episode, season 1, that I continued to watch. That's when I've started binging it. So maybe the 6th episode of season 1, because there was some reason why I kept stopping. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't. Okay, I got to watch this. But I had again, when you have so many shows you want to watch, you go. It's like I forget about Apple TV, and I can't get Apple TV to work on my computer.
Yeah.
And I watch most of my shows on my computer. So I go, but I finally got an iPad out and put it on the iPad.
Okay.
So anyway, but Sherry, keep watching it.
But if you were hooked at episode 1 and Sherry's up to 3 and she's not, is it just not for Sherry?
I'm not saying I was hooked on, because I was like, okay, now I want to know what the hell's going on with this show. Then I found out that I didn't know going in that it was alternate reality.
Sure.
You want to call it. I just or it was science fiction.
But I guess my point is, if Walkabout is the episode that usually hooks people in, have you reached that? Is there an episode where like you got to at least give it to this point, say for a Sherry or anyone's like, it's not hooking me? Or can you say that if you aren't hooked by that twist at the end of episode 1, then you probably will not be into this show?
I don't think so. I think what happened with me is it was 6 or 7, a family member dies. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil anyone. And I was like, oh, wow, they went there. And so I have to see how this plays out. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's for everyone, but I really, really enjoy it.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. I got to switch accounts so I can do the vote thing a little bit later, but I got time for that. Okay. For All Mankind, great recommendation. I do need to watch it. That's one I do need to watch.
Yeah.
But Jack,
it's something everybody can watch because it's a drama. It's not a documentary.
Yes.
About space. Some people get bored. I don't care about that. Landing on the moon, big deal.
I don't know. I feel like everyone should think landing on the moon is a big deal.
I mean, because it has It has female pilots, female astronauts. Women play a big role in this, and a lot of the stuff that you see is stuff is in the 80s that we really don't have until now.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Okay, that totally makes sense. All right, Jack, I think since at least the first season of the Ramblecast, we have had a segment called Movie Pics, which originally was just kind of stealing Dharma Lars's Stick It in Your Queue, right?
Yeah.
Just like movie recommendations.
Well, because their movie recommendations are terrible.
But the core of Movie Pics is movies that we recommend, and we're in the throes of summer, which is usually summer movie season. So I feel like we got a choice of a lot of films to recommend, both new and old. So, Jack, are you ready for Movie Pics?
Sure.
All right, well, let's get to it. Hold on.
Movie Pics. Movie Pics. Movie Pics. Movie Pics.
So, I guess it's a longer version of the song.
Movie Pics. Movie Pics. Sounds like Dumbo Ride.
I think the feed was a little bit slower because I think we were slightly off, but it was fine. It was still good.
Well, it's not my fault.
Movie Picks, where Jack and I pick movies or recommend movies that you should watch. Jack, I'll go first to give you some time since I think it was a surprise to you that we're going to do this segment. But I got two. I got a new and an old. A new and an old.
I'll do a new and old too.
Okay. My new was going to be Top Gun, but I think we already like waxed poetic enough about that one. So I won't. So I will go instead to a film that I saw. I think it's still, no, actually it's on, you can stream it now. Yeah, so it is available. I think maybe still in theaters, and you can stream it, which is perfect for a movie that is tied. What's that?
Perfect for me.
Exactly. I honestly, as I get older, I prefer that. But
hey, do we need a commercial break?
Sure. Why don't we do a commercial break right now? If people watching live, this isn't a commercial break, but if the podcast is a commercial break.
I forgot we had to have one.
That's true. So we're going to a commercial right now. Okay, now we're back from that commercial.
Woo! Man.
It was a great commercial.
X-Lax. Sometimes you need them.
Wait, what?
X-Lax. Sometimes you need them. That was a great commercial.
Is that what the ads are in there right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God! All right.
I don't know if they still make
them. My pick. Thank you, Kaylee. You read the thing there. Yeah. So since it is available everywhere, I think it's apropos that my new movie that I recommend is Everything Everywhere All at Once. And this is a family drama within the wrappings of an insane multiversal story. It was such a surprise. And I watched it to be like, oh, we have Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness coming out. This is like a perfect, get myself in the mindset of how crazy that movie is going to be. But then what happened is this movie is insane. It takes the whole multiverse thing to the max. And it made the Doctor Strange movie feel like a walk in the park. It is nuts. The action scenes are awesome, but also insane. But then it twists and turns into this actually like really riveting family drama. Like it hits on so many levels. The acting is incredible in it. And it is definitely a huge one of my favorite films that I've seen this year. I need to buy it as well, Kale. I do need to watch it again because I've seen it in theaters. I've not seen it since. Sherry loves it as well. Got tequila in the house. I'm intrigued by that film. I need to see it. You definitely do it, but again, it is freaking weird, and it's awesome because of it. Because a multiverse, like where everything is possible. And they actually explore it way more than the Doctor Strange movie did, and it's so freaking good. Yeah, and there are things. Scott D's in the house. Good to see you, Scott D. And yeah, I'm a sap. I cry real easy in movies, and it was just so emotional. But Jack, have you seen this film yet?
No, because I've told this on the other Ramblecast, the new Ramblecast,
the old new
RCAD. When your mom and I would go to the movies, we'd watch the previews, and I go, "This looks like the stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life." So we both went because I'll go this or this,
yeah,
and we both thumbed down, and then you guys started saying how good it was. Everyone's saying how good it was. I was like, okay, but I couldn't convince your mom to go see it, so.
Yeah,
she did want to see Thor, but it was sold out this weekend.
Thor was good. Actually, you'd probably like it. It's a fun movie. But story-wise, it's not revolutionary or anything. But it's a fun movie. It's a fun popcorn flick.
Anyway, but I haven't seen it, so. But yeah, I do. I'll probably watch this when it comes out when it starts streaming. I'll watch it by myself. Alone in my pretzel. Because I'm up for a good dildo fight scene. Nothing gets me more.
Would say it, but where is it streaming? It's available like to purchase right now, right? So like Apple or Amazon or whatever. You can buy it to stream, but it's not on anything else. Yeah, but even still, it's absurd, but it's kind of fun. Like it's fun in its absurdity. But the way they use the absurdity of just multiversal like jumping and stuff, it's nuts. But the Michelle Yeoh, who's fantastic, just a fantastic actress, period. She's amazing in it. The person who plays her daughter, Stephanie Sue, is amazing. Ki Hui Wan,
good job.
Was basically left acting after some, Goonies and Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Oh, it's that kid.
Yeah. So that's the adult here in this the adult male in this poster.
Is that him with the dildo?
No.
What is that thing? Okay.
It's a fanny pack.
A fanny pack. Okay.
And it's he has an incredible performance. Personally, I feel like his story, his overarching story, is what had the most emotional impact in the film. Because he's like a really sweet. I don't want to spoil, but to me, his character arc is the most beautiful and hit me the hardest personally. But there's so many different. It's just core family of this mother, this husband, and a daughter. And
she's staring right at me, and she wants.
She's staring right at you.
It's like,
but they each have these different archetypes that they're playing.
And that's Jamie Lee Curtis right there, right?
Yes, and she's an IRS auditor, which is great. And exactly. I feel like there's a connection to each one. Kayla saying it related to the daughter. But yeah, and again, the dildo fight. Now I'm really intrigued. But it's just so like you see Key's character there with a fanny pack, like using a fanny. Like I don't know, it's incredible. Highly recommend it if you have been on the fence or whatever. It's going to be weird. I'm just gonna forewarn you, but the story is still so compelling. Because multiverses are weird, right? Where every single possible reality is reality. It's going like just love how they approach that. And then at its core, it's just this really beautiful family drama that hit really hard for me on a lot of levels. Sherry says, Jack, you will love it. My daughter made me go see it because I like you predict every movie, and this one is not predictable. That's very true.
All right, then I probably will enjoy it.
you will not know where
alone in my principles.
it is so you will not. There's not a chance in hell you could predict any one moment of this movie. It is so insane.
All right, I'm intrigued like God.
So that is my new movie pick.
Okay,
Jack, what's your new movie pick?
My new movie pick is Batman.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Sorry.
Well, no, Gott said he would leave if I picked that movie. So I was trying to get rid of Gott. I was trying to do everybody a favor. Jeez. Well, I'm trying to think of new movies I've seen. I've seen Downton Abbey. I saw Top Gun, and I saw Elvis, and I watched the. I'll talk about the movie I watched with it was on Netflix with Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson.
Okay. What's it called?
Now go see. It's called The Man from Toronto.
The Man from Toronto.
From Toronto, yeah. Woody Harrelson plays a hitman. Kevin Hart plays a guy who's a failure, and he's trying to do for his wife. And he gets mixed up, and they think he's the man from Toronto. And hilarity, it's really funny. I gave this kind of review on the RCAD. But the only thing, the ending should have ended it. Okay, let's end it right here. But it went another 10 minutes. I go, okay, that didn't work. We should have just ended it, just been done with it. But I was surprised. I mean, it's a Kevin Hart movie, so you're getting Kevin. He's so funny, right?
Yeah,
we all love Kevin Hart.
Sure.
And Woody Harrelson plays really well as the straight man.
Mm-hmm.
But it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Your mom enjoyed it because she goes, "You want to watch this?" I go, "Oh, Kevin Hart movie," because they can be,
Well, he kind of, for better or worse, plays the same kind of thing every time, right?
Right.
Like just a little guy that shouts, and it is funny. Like I find him funny.
Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be the right thing for that to work, right?
Yes. But there were some scenes in it that were just, I was laughing. I mean, you're literally laughing out loud because of the situation he's in and what he has to do that he's not trained to do. And it's not in his nature to do.
Yeah.
Without spoiling anyone. It was surprising. I said, oh, wow, I'm really enjoying this movie. Mm-hmm. Again, they should have ended it just a little sooner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did I see The Northman? No.
Yeah, put up here. Yeah, Jack, you see The Northman. Solid revenge movie.
I have not seen that. There's a lot of things I want to see, but I enjoyed this movie. Elvis was better. Downton Abbey was better.
Mm-hmm.
Top Gun was better. But this movie, if you haven't seen it and you just want to cook some popcorn, make some popcorn. Almost got an electric popcorn maker the other day.
I've been debating that too. I've been debating
that's because I told Bob, I go, that's the best popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I haven't got it. So if you have an electric popcorn maker, make your popcorn, put a little butter. If you want butter on it, put real butter on it, not butter flavoring. Put some, if you like Parmesan cheese, put Parmesan cheese on it. My wife doesn't like Parmesan cheese on it. She gets mad, but
she has separate bowls. Like you have your bowl.
Well, that's what I do now. I go, okay, I'm going to have mine, but I think I'm going to get the air popper.
Or I've seen like just taking the steel bowl and just popping it on your oven, or your grill or whatever.
Yeah, and I've seen that too, but I can't do them. I'm burning myself. I'm not ready to lose a finger.
That's fair.
Because the popcorn's so hot when it comes out of the microwave.
Ooh, can we just take a moment to appreciate Alamo Drafthouse popcorn is the best popcorn. It's so good.
It's funny because I was when we watched Elvis. I may have had a few drinks. So I had my pretzel. I had this. I had that. I go, I'm still hungry. So I got the popcorn. It's a big giant thing of popcorn. And she goes, well, I'm not hungry. Your mom. And I go, all right, I'll eat it. And I ate the whole damn thing of popcorn. They go, you want another one? I go,
it's a big bowl. It's like,
yeah, I ate it. I was down to a few kernels on the bottom. I'm like, because I was just like this. It's like you're at a movie. I mean, you see that when you're eating. I go, oh, it's gone, and I ate it all. It was all me. Now there are a few pieces. When I got up, I said, oh, some of the popcorn landed on me, but It wasn't like when we saw Ghostbusters that Alex knocked the popcorn
Oh my God! What
out of my hand. He just knocked it out of my hand and goes. Poof. I go, they're gonna blame me for that, Alex. He just looked at me and said, "Screw you, Papa."
Oh my God!
But yeah, Alamo, they have the best food.
It is really good. It's just so expensive. Like we can't.
Yeah.
That's a special treat. Saw everything everywhere all at once at Alamo. Usually we just go to our theater.
Our last time we spent, our bill was $76.
I know exactly. Like it's just.
I'm like going. Well, he said, "Well, how much were the drinks?"
Yeah.
She goes, $12 each. I said, because usually, all right, if anyone in the chat work for Alamo Draft House?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Usually, I bring in my own alcohol and just order a Coke.
They clutch my proverbial pearls.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I didn't have any.
You could.
I said, I'll just have one, and I said, you know what? I'm still thirsty.
Not to blow up Colleen's spot, who just jumped back into the chat. She doesn't like sometimes the beer at our theater across the street, Cinemark, the Raleigh Graham. She'll in her purse, she'll bring a can of beer and her own cup, and she'll pour her own beer at the show.
Well, how are you getting away with that? Because
I don't know. Because sometimes I'll have a guard there that's checking purses, and one time we went in and they checked and they still didn't find the beer can in her purse. I don't understand it, but
wow, because usually I'll buy the little tiny bottles, or I just pour it in. I pour it in a water bottle.
Yeah,
and then go. Anyway, yeah, they do have great popcorn.
They do. I don't think we need old ones because we're already at almost an hour. So let's. Jack, I think it's time.
For the verses.
For the verses.
My old one was going to be Full Metal Jacket because sometimes you just need to pick me up.
My old would be Jaws. I just watched that today with Zach, and
really, I just watched Full Metal Jacket because I couldn't watch anything, so I said, I'll watch Full Metal Jacket. What a depressing movie!
It is.
It's a great movie, but it's depressing.
I forgot that Matthew Modine is in that film. Dr. Brenner from Stranger Things, a young Brenner.
Dr. Dinner and Breakfast, yes.
Is in that film. Jack, so the verses today is going to, and again, people in the chat right now, this is your moment to shine because you will vote for who wins the verses after Jack and I make our case for
Jacob. I feel like I'm 14 again. How old are you, Jacob?
Love it. Jacob Parr is in the house. Legend. Wow. Great. Waiting for the encore, the concert. That's great. But glad that Jacob is here. Okay, so
is that a picture of her beers that she's sneaking in?
I'm sure she got there like one of those big like tequila like bong things.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. I thought I had a quarter here or something to flip, but do you have any change around you to do a
hold on.
But so again, we have not done a classic Ramblecast in years. The Ramblecast launched 16 years ago, so all these segments are 16 years old. And that's kind of crazy when you think about it. I was 20 when I started podcasting with Jack. Jack was in his 40s. But all right, am I calling it?
You call it.
Okay. Heads.
I'm gonna let it hit the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you now.
Would you call heads?
Yeah.
It is heads.
Ooh. Okay. I was gonna do this if I won. I'm going to
proof. It's heads. And tails.
Defer my pick to you. You get to pick first.
All right. I was going to do this too. I defer my pick back to you.
No way. You can't do that.
I can't. There's no rules. There's no rules in the verses.
Oh, wait a second. In football, if you defer, the other person has to take it, right?
Yeah, this ain't football though.
But can I just defer it back to you if that's the rule?
We can just keep going back and forth. All right. I'll take it. Oh, God. I don't know which one I want. Because they're both, like I said, so delicious.
Again, the versus today is French fries versus chips. The American chips, not British chips, which are French fries. So
I'll take chips.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Do you want to state your case first, or do you want me to state my case first?
I think you should have to state your case first, since I had to pick.
Okay. All right. Well, given that I have been selected to represent French fries, I feel like I need to really, there's not much I need to do, because French fries are the perfect side to any meal. Whether it's a simple all-American meal of a cheeseburger and French fries, it's fantastic. Say you go to the Wiener Schnitzel and get yourself a hot dog. You know what goes great with that? French fries. Say you're going to a fancy French restaurant and you get steak and frites. That's steak over French fries. Say you go to Canada and you have the delectable poutine, which is gravy and cheese curds on French fries. What is the one side that no matter what is always going to be incredible and delicious? The answer is going to be French fries. I could give up candy. I could give up everything that is bad for me. And that
can I just say something, though? Obviously, you haven't.
Go to hell. I would like to give up every single thing that is bad for my health. But the one thing I could never give up is French fries. And the thing is, you have diversity of choice. For those that want a healthier option, you have sweet potato fries, which you can go and over-index into sweet, have some cinnamon or some glaze on it or something like that. That's fantastic. Or you can go salt and have a savory sweet. Or you could do waffle fries, which waffle fries are incredible. You go steak fries, big thick cut. You go shoestring. You go curly fries. Arby's has the meats, but can we all admit the main reason we go there is because of those curly fries?
Not me.
There's so many awesome French fries that, to me, it's not even close. The winner, or the people in the chat right now, because the vote will happen live after Jack and I make our case.
Are we going to have it where we bash the?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. All
right. The vote is not even close. Garlic fries. Thank you, John, the retired guy.
Those are the absolute worst.
Hold on, this is not your chance to bash yet.
They stink.
But oh my God, was it the Gordon Bursch or whatever garlic fries at a baseball game? And again, Kayla Silva, I know you're a Giants fan. Go to hell. But it started in San Diego.
When you're at a Giants game, garlic fries is all you can cheer for.
Oh, got him. So I shouldn't be insulting.
How many hours do you have to make your case?
The vote is no, it absolutely started in San Diego, Kayla Silva. I was eating garlic fries at Padre games before you were even born, so I don't want to hear it.
I got to back him up on that, because we used to have to stop by the garlic fry thing. I go, come on, get something normal.
Yeah, exactly. I've been not normal. It's 85. All right. So that is why you should vote French fries. All right, Jack, do you want to bash first, or do you want to pitch your chips?
Well, let me pitch my chips.
Okay. All right.
Now, when you got chips. Now,
I'll bring up an image of chips. So you have, there you go. All right.
Kettle corn. Yeah. Kettle corn, they're addicting. Let's face it. You can't just eat one kettle corn, right? I would eat that whole bowl of kettle corn.
Well, it's kettle cooked chips.
Kettle cooked, whatever it is. Whatever it is. But with chips, you need a quick snack. You're at work. You go to the vending machine. What's there? Chips. There's no French fries there, right? It's chips. You need a quick snack. Chips. You walk around. You go to the store real quick. Gotta go to the convenience store. Chips.
Yeah.
Because you want that chip. You got hamburgers. Chips. Hot dogs. Chips.
Mm-hmm.
Chips go with everything. But the best thing about chips, because you have corn chips.
Yeah.
You have Fritos. You have all these. What goes best with chips? All the different dips out there. You have queso, you have salsa, green onion dip, sour cream, right? All these different your favorite dip.
Yeah.
You go to a Mexican restaurant. What are you doing? Chowing down. You go to Torchy's, Jay. Tell me you didn't get the chips with the queso. It's like lethal. I mean, my mouth is on fire when I'm eating. So chips, like I said, not only can you just have them anytime you want, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for them to be cooked. They're there. They're there for you.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got billions of styles of chips. You got. Do cheese puffs count, or is that not a chip?
Yeah, I don't think that counts. The Cheeto realm doesn't count. I could,
but yeah,
chat, prove me wrong. But I don't think the Cheeto crunchy puffs, any of them, I don't think they count as chips.
What about Doritos?
Doritos are a chip. Fritos, though, I think Frito could still be a chip. I don't know.
Frito's a corn chip.
It is. I think
it just has a different shape.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want chips, like I said, you don't go scooping salsa up with your hands, right? Nobody does that. And if you love ketchup, there's even ketchup chips.
That's true.
Which are outstanding. I mean, again, chips. Like I said, if you just want, if you're going to sit around and watch a movie, do you make a bowl of French fries? Or do you get a bowl of chips and some dip? If you don't want popcorn, you want some chips. They're linked together. They're linked together. Okay, you didn't even know about your communist grandfather. Okay, until today. So you can't say anything.
It could be a vote. But it could be a vote for chips. You don't know.
Obviously, she's not voting for chips. But no, like I said, anytime you're anywhere, you can order chips and be satisfied. Right? You got Pringles, there's so many different chips out there. And fries, okay, fries are good, but you're limited on your fries. So but I think I've made my case. Okay. Chips and dip for the win.
It was about the patch. All right. Should I be able to bash chips now, or do you want to bash French fries now?
No, you bash the chips.
Okay.
Wait, you time it. You only have a minute.
Oh, I guess I didn't have a timer. I'm sorry.
I got a timer.
Sure. Yeah, you can time me. That's fine. Go ahead. Get your timer ready.
That's the rule.
No, you're right.
Go.
Okay.
Done.
I agree with Kayla here. You focus way too much on dips. While I agree, like chips and dip is an incredible experience. When I was waxing poetic about French fries, I wasn't talking about
poutine.
Shit, you're right. But to me, it's kind of like the lesser option, right? Like and I think Scott D said it here. At restaurants, sometimes the chip is the free option. And what do you usually do? You're always like, I'll pay the extra $1 to have French fries, because that's how much better French fries are than chips. So I'm not saying that chips are bad. I'm not saying that I could eat a whole bag of Doritos Cool Ranch in one sitting. But when it sits next to French fries, it's no comparison. And
time is up. Your minute's up.
Fine. All right. You're right. All right. Okay.
All right. So I'll start mine. You're gonna
share. Okay. All right. Let me bring French fries back up here. So go ahead and knock French fries.
Oh wait, I gotta wait. Stop. How do I reset it? Dun, 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 dun. Stop. It won't reset.
I can do it.
Reset. I got it.
Got it? Okay.
You got it?
Okay. Sure.
What are you doing? Tell me when.
Wait. Hold on. Timer. 1 minute and go.
All right. Let's start with French fries. Your favorite fast food restaurant is In-N-Out. They traditionally are voted the worst French fries in the world. Am I right? People at their main complaint about In-N-Out say, "Oh my God, These French fries suck. And that's the problem with French fries now. I would have taken French fries in the beginning, but McDonald's French fries suck now. Every fast food restaurant, their French fries are terrible. You get them, you're excited. You get that one in the bottom, you're like, oh, they're not even cooked. They're like worms because no one knows how to cook French fries anymore. They're terrible. Terrible, man. Terrible. And they're bad for you, too. They're bad for you.
Well,
am I right?
Chips are bad for you.
Chips are healthy. They have healthy chips. They don't have healthy fries. So
potato fries. Go ahead. Yeah, 10 seconds.
But I'm telling you, French fries are not what they used to be. Chips are the way to go. Charles chips. That's all I got.
All right. Oh man. People in the chat, I'll give you a voice here. Let's see.
And Kayla, you can only vote once.
Fires get cold quick, and cold fries suck so very badly. Jacob Parr, French fries suck after 2 minutes. 2 minutes? That seems extreme, Jacob Parr. That seems extreme.
I agree with Jacob Parr. They're terrible.
In-N-Outs are the best. I actually like In-N-Outs. I agree. You can get them well done. They're fresh potatoes. You see them make.
All right. Can I just ask one question from Kayla?
Yeah, sure.
How many edibles have you had before this podcast? There we go. Sorry. Go
Colleen, it's coming up in just like 1 second. Let's see. I really need sweet potato fries, but I love sweet potato fries too. Jacob, chips don't have a ticking clock to eat them before they're inedible.
You can have them 5 days later.
Oh my God. All right. I feel like we have made our pitches, Jack. So I think
hold on a second. You got to take off the picture of the fries.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Cheating as always.
So this poll is going to be in the chat right now. So there's 13 people watching this right now. You can vote live. It's an uneven amount, so it should mean we should have a clear winner. So I'm typing on a French fries versus chips.
Scott D says chips were cooked a long time ago. Fries are fresh. Not most of the time when you get them.
I'm going to ask the community now. The poll is live. Go ahead and put your votes in. I will abstain from voting, Jack, because I know you can't vote right now because I don't think you have it up.
No, I don't have it.
All right, the poll is live. Currently, chips is in the lead with 67% of the vote. Fries at 33. That's only 3 votes, though. So let's get your votes in. Jackson Lie, chips are nice.
People, put down the chips. I know you're eating them. And go ahead and vote for chips.
6 votes in. It's 50-50. It's tied. 3 per John the retired guy. Rose watching on 2 screens. Fries are now in the lead. 8 votes. 8 votes. 62%. Oh, chips just got another vote in. 9 votes. 44% chips. 56% fries. Chris says I gotta love a big fat honking steak fry.
You didn't even bring that up.
That's true. I said steak fries. I said 50-50 again with 10 votes. It's back even, baby. It's dead even. You got to get your votes in, people. It's tied. There's 14 people watching. Like, your one vote could be the deciding vote. What's it going to be? 50-50. It's tied. I got to put a timer on here.
Come on, people. I'm old. This may be the last victory I ever have.
Shut up.
It's okay to change your vote. Remember, I'm going to turn 60 here in a couple weeks. 60.
I don't. I
may not be around for another versus.
Colleen voted against Jay. Of course she did.
Okay, that's a first.
She always votes. What are you talking about? It's tied 50. There's 10 votes. There's 15 people watching. So out of the 5 that haven't voted yet, you could be the deciding vote. I can't put a timer, I guess, until somebody else votes. Jack, you can't go vote right now. You can't.
I don't even know where it's at. I don't even know where it's at.
It's in the chat. Like if you're watching this live now.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. It can't end on a tie with 10 votes. 14 people watching right now.
So it's 10. So 4 people have not voted.
4 people have not voted.
Wait, are they counted two? Are we counted as 14 people?
No. This is just 4 people watching that aren't you and I, Jack.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, here it's I'm watching it on my laptop right now. Here's crap. Did I break it? No, I didn't. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, wait. No. There we go. 50-50.
I said,
50
do we just
even?
Do we just call it a draw?
It can't be a draw. It's versus.
Well, why don't we go on to the 5 and then
we got 2 more votes. All right, I'm gonna set the timer now. 1 minute. I'm not gonna say who these votes are for.
Oh, they're probably for you if you're setting a timer.
We got more votes in. I got to end it at some point. Timer, you got 1 minute.
Oh, it was Fries.
So Fries is currently in the lead, 54.
I guess people don't care that I may die and not have another versus win.
So if anybody wants to change the game, we got 14 votes now. 57-43. Colleen has no idea what she voted for, so she's probably still
must be really enjoying that concert.
23 seconds.
Poor Jack. My last verses ever. I'm going out. I have that on my tombstone. Lost my last verses. So when you guys visit my tombstone, last verses ever.
I'm sorry, Fries or chips in the chat. 5 seconds. 3.
You people have no heart.
1. And there you go. I'm ending the poll now. 57% of you out of the 14 voted Fries. Woo, Jack, that was
congratulations.
That was intense.
I'm writing my tombstone. I'm writing my tombstone now, so make sure you guys have it.
It was a back and forth battle. Chips led at points. Fries led at points. We were tied for a long time. And that's the thing. Like the first ever versus, which was ketchup versus mustard, I think only 13 or 14 votes came in for that one as well. And I believe ketchup won by 1 vote.
No, it was ketchup landslide.
No, it wasn't. It was 1 vote.
If it was 1 vote, maybe, but Jack loves the guilt trip. Obviously, it didn't work.
Hashtag Team Fries wins it.
Now, remember, you people that join us on the RCAD, I now control the chat. I'm the producer now. So anyone who voted for Fries, just stay out.
Oh, my God. All right.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was great. To
be fair, I'll eat either one. But I do fast food fries are terrible now.
Yeah. Five Guys are still good.
Five Guys is good, but I think that's because I think they take the time to cook them.
Bojangles is good. Cookout is good. Rallies is still good. Wendy's is still good. McDonald's is hit or miss. I will tell you that. I had McDonald's recently. I don't do that often, but Fries for the win. Yes, indeed, Kim. Who picked what? I picked Fries. Jack picked. There's a lot of deferring on who got to pick first. Yeah, I'm the captain now. God, it's clear the effect of privilege due to having hair. Shut up, God.
I think God's right. People are anti-bald person. They think bald people are evil.
Okay, well, we are towards the end of the program, and old school classic Ramblecast would always end with a segment called The Five.
The Five.
And this was actually a segment that originated on the Lost podcast with Jay and Jack when we split into 2 shows. And when we started the Ramblecast, The Five moved to the Ramblecast. So The Five is one of the oldest segments, even older than the Ramblecast.
Wow.
That's
older than me.
Jay and Jackaverse has ever done. So Colleen's I don't know what you picked, Colleen. I can't see who picked what. It's just whoever voted.
It doesn't matter. It's over. There's no prize for who picked what.
So The Five is simple. I asked Jack 5 questions. In the Lost days, I think it would be Lost related, but eventually became not Lost related. It was just trying to find segments to fill time. That's what it was originally, but it's iconic segment these days. And it's usually out of all the jingles of the the Jay and Jack world. It's one of the favorites. So I'm excited to bring it back here. The 5 questions for Jack. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So let me start the music.
The five questions for Jack. The five questions for Jack. What will it say? Nobody knows. One thing's for sure, almost anything goes. The five questions for Jack.
All right, there's 20-year-old Jay singing and playing guitar and drums and bass.
When he had talent.
When I had time. Or a song for this segment we like to call the 5. It's 5 questions for Jack. Usually the questions will have a theme. And I'm pretty sure I've done this theme before, but I'm doing it again. If there is one thing, the chat, right? Just let me ask you a question right now. If there's one thing that Jack talks about the most, like if you're having a conversation with him, what is the one subject he would bring up at least within the first 5 to 10 minutes?
Jay's a jerk.
Let me know. What would be the thing that Jack
I'm not right?
is most identifiable with that? It's like 15 years, yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out why the Padres keep starting Ozokar.
I thought we brought up Estri Ruiz.
He did. He got his first base hit first time at bat.
Oh, good.
They're losing 4-1.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't play well in Colorado, but a lot of time left as long as Rogers doesn't pitch. Dean Spanos is 1. Yes, that is 1.
F Dean Spanos. I almost swore.
You did.
I almost swore, but I caught it.
Proud of you. Proud of you. You didn't. Okay. The subject for tonight's 5, Jack, will be San Diego.
Oh, okay.
San Diego. So these 5 quiz questions.
San Diego.
The town of San Diego. And no, none will be about a whale's
vagina.
So let me pull up the questions so everyone can see them and play along at home. But nobody, or I guess, Jack, don't look at the comments if you can, or turn off your comments.
I'll put it on private chat.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go. See?
All right.
Problem solved.
So 5 questions about San Diego. The first one, in which year did Juan Cabrillo arrive in San Diego?
I'm going to say 1542.
Any reasoning behind it? Not 1492, not
1492 was Columbus.
Sure.
1849 was the gold rush.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody was already there. So I'm going to say 1542.
1542. Let's see if you're right. You're right. Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo is credited for discovering San Diego in 1542. Discovering is a generous term because there was already indigenous peoples living there at the time.
Right. But he probably killed them all.
Or at least introduced a virus that killed them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Anywho, moving on. This next one. How do locals refer to San Diego's light rail system? Is it the coaster, the quick line, or the light rail?
Roller coaster.
You are correct. The San Diego Coast Express Rail is usually called the Coast.
I've never been on it.
It's great. We did it from Anaheim to San Diego recently. Great ride. Even I just read an article in Union Tribune about the part we really loved, which was like over this cliff over the ocean in Del Mar. It's actually crumbling and could fall at any point in time. So they're moving it in or something like that. But anyway,
that makes sense. Don't want those lawsuits.
Climate change. It's great. Next question. Which of these locations is home to the world's largest outdoor musical instrument? Is it Balboa Park, the San Diego Zoo, or the Old Globe Theater?
Well, I'm old enough to remember when the Old Globe burned down.
Sure, but they built it back up.
They had to build it back up. The world's largest outdoor musical instrument. I think this is a trick question.
It's a toughie. This one's tough.
I'm going to go with the zoo.
The zoo?
I have no idea why, but I'm going with the zoo.
Okay. Incorrect. It is Balboa Park. At San Diego's Balboa Park, you will find the
the Oregon. Yeah. Okay. All right. My bad.
The world's largest outdoor instrument. Something like over 3,000 pipes or something like that.
Yeah. And you know what? I've seen it.
It's kind of a legendary thing, right?
But I haven't been in forever to Balboa Park.
All right. Next up. How many miles of coast does San Diego have? 30, 50, or 70 miles of coast?
Is that counting San Diego County?
I would assume so. I don't know for sure.
Well, that would help if I do.
Yeah, I know.
Are we counting Oceanside, Carlsbad, Del Mar?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes. I'm going to say San Diego County. I don't know. I don't actually know for sure.
Well, it goes all the way to San Diego County, all the way down to Mexico. I'll say 70. I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. I guess the world's largest organ did deserve this. God, I apologize. Hold on real quick.
That's what she said.
There we go. All right. So you're saying 70?
I'll say 70. I have no way of knowing.
Okay, let's see if survey says 70. San Diego runs down the west coast of the United States for 70 miles. You can find some of the country's most beautiful beaches.
And you're not wrong. San Diego does have some of the nicest beaches in the world.
Well, it's just the cliffs. Like, it's just so dramatic looking. It's just beautiful. That and the way the sun sets into the ocean, it's incredible.
Yes. The way the sea lions chase you see the sea lions you see the sea lions chasing the people off the beach. They went after them.
I'm team killer whale. Just eat all the seals. Hate those jerks. I don't care.
Well, Children's Pool was one of the nicest places if you want to take young
the seals
kids.
Took it over, pooping all over the place.
Poop, poop, poop.
Anyway, the seals. I don't like them. We were like, oh, we went to go see the seals. I was like, did you kill them all? And the seal equivalent for an animal in Raleigh is the Canadian goose. I hate the Canadian geese. Hate them.
Well, ours have gone away for now.
You're lucky.
Because we had, I came out one day, I said, were we under attack? I mean, holds right, because they have that green spray they spray out of their butts.
Yeah.
And poop was everywhere. I go, kids, stay away, stay away. I had to get the hose out, hose it down, and this stuff doesn't come off.
No.
It does not, because we have that. I thought, well, I forgot to say, we had this huge rainstorm a couple of days ago. It almost came over the top of the thing.
Yeah.
It was coming out of that, where the drain's at.
Sure.
It looked like it was like, I've never seen it come out. So, but our whole backyard was a mess. Luckily it stopped raining.
Yeah.
Our house would have been underwater.
Well, yeah. Seals, Canadian geese, go to hell.
Yeah.
Right. I think you've won because you got 3 out of 5.
And the Canadian geese are taking American geese's jobs, which I don't like.
Good Lord. The Geisel Library was named for which famous author? Is it Avi, Dr. Seuss, or Mem Fox?
That would be Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
I've actually seen it. I actually saw his house.
His house is up for sale.
Is it? How much?
The University of California, San Diego is home to the Geisel Library, named for renowned children's author Theodore Seuss Geisel. Dr. Seuss's second wife or third wife gave a bunch of money to UC San Diego for their library to build it. It's a really cool looking library.
Give me to me.
But they also donated his home, his La Jolla home.
San Diego is really good at donating stuff for libraries, but not stadiums.
And the house is going to be put up for sale this summer, and they're estimating it at like, I don't know, $8 million, something like that. But
everyone in the chat, let's all chip in and buy the house.
If there was one house, I love the house I have, but if I could trade it for the Seuss house, it sits up on the top of this mountain, overlooking all of La Jolla. It's incredible. It's a beautiful house.
It's a nice house.
And they would host.
You have to. The only problem is if you move to La Jolla, you have to develop a snotty attitude.
I'd take it. I'd become.
You have to be stuck up. Anyway, I think that was 4 for 5, right?
Yeah, you did great. Bravo.
I missed out on the organ.
But still, well done. All right, Jack. well, I think that's it for this Ramblecast. Did you have fun?
This was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I know some people love Chris in Boston and Nick, but sometimes you got to kick it old school.
Scott D said he stayed right next to Old Town one time.
Oh,
Old Town is nice. Really good Mexican food down there.
Old Town's great. Old Town
has a haunted. Did you stay at the Haunted Mansion?
No.
The Whaley House?
Whaley House, you just go to that. You don't stay there.
Oh, yeah. If you had the balls, you'll stay there.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, that will do it for this episode of the Ramblecast. Jack, I have not paid too much attention of what the patrons we should thank, but we should definitely thank some patrons, especially these patrons.
Tack from Paris, Eckhart Rickner Glaffelter, Joanne with the Plan, Maggie the Magnificent, and Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier.
Thank you to all of our patrons. It is what has kept the Jay and Jack world alive, for better or worse. I don't know, for 15 years or something like that. I don't know. It's crazy. Jack, we've been at this for 17 years, give or take.
Oh, my God. It never ends.
Yeah. And Jack and I will be in San Diego doing our 17th Lost panel, I think, at San Diego Comic-Con.
No way. It's been 17?
2006. So maybe it was our 16. 2006.
We haven't done one in 2 years.
No.
They kicked us out of the live one. They said, no, you can't do it.
No, we could have done it. I just didn't submit for
I
it.
know. Well, I never go on that email anymore. So it's like,
I don't either. Thankfully, Colleen checks it every now and then. She's like, Jay, you know, this is, I'm like, yeah, sure. Yep. Let's do it. 16. Well, there you go, Kayla. 16th. The 16th one. Whatever that
16th.
is.
And luckily they can't move us any further away.
Listen, I like the library. It's nice.
The library's nice. It's just that nobody can make it over there because there's other things going on.
That's true. But anywho, should be a lot of fun. We usually, even though it's far away, we usually get a pretty decent packed house for the Lost Fans Unite panel. But Jack and I will be there, as well as Ralph from the Dharmalars. Our usual guest Joe from Joe Opinionated won't be at Comic-Con until like Friday or Saturday or something like that. So
that's good. That's good.
It'll just be Jack and I. So for anybody at Comic-Con, we'll see you there. And anything else, Jack, before we say goodbye?
No.
All right. Well, that's going to do it. We'll see you all next time. Hasta luego and goodbye. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.